All right, what's going on, everybody? Thank you for joining us today. Cobra Trading back again. We're going to take a look at the markets right now. I want to do Bitcoin and take a look at Ethereum as well if I have the time today. Mostly high time frame stuff, but I do want to get into some of the smaller time frames as well and just kind of see where we're at, right? Like, let's get a real good picture, step back, zoom out, and see what the hell is going on. So if you're new here, thank you for joining us this time. Make sure that you smash the like and subscribe button so that you don't miss out on any tutorials or analysis that I do here on the channel. Make sure that you check out all the links in the description below for all of the things that I use on a daily basis, a lot of which you will see in this video here momentarily. So with all that said, let's hop right on over to the charts. All right, so obviously first we want to take a look at the weekly time frame. Those of you that have been on the channel before, you guys kind of know how I roll. Obviously this huge drop, lots of bearish momentum. It looks like, on this green candle or whatever, obviously it's starting to die off. Candle is green here. It's not looking too great here, okay? Obviously we've got a major level of support in here that we ended up using. And we can only pray to God that that holds. Now, our upper range here, which is what most people are basically calling this, is basically right at 42K. So basically, we're range bound in a previous area of consolidation. So nothing says that we have to break up out of this immediately. Obviously, that is the hope. People in general are impatient. But this could absolutely do, something like this, for quite some time before actually making a move higher. Now, does this mean that we're in a bear market? No, absolutely not. I mean, this could just be a new bottom, ranging between 30 and 40K, for a month, 2 months, 3 months. We have seen some very, very long periods of consolidation before. Am I saying that we're going to consolidate for 6 months? No, absolutely not. I don't have a crystal ball. If I did, I probably wouldn't be here right now. I'd be retired on the beach somewhere, right? So with that said, that's basically the range here that we're watching on, on the weekly time frame. We definitely don't want to be seeing, closes below, this week's low, that would be spelling some pretty serious trouble. I personally do think that if we start seeing closes below 34K, then there probably is a high chance of seeing a very significant amount of downside. And when I say that, I mean, basically there's all this open air below us, right? We never consolidated through here. This was up only mode. Okay. Well, when you come back to retest these areas and there was no consolidation through this entire thing, you're just going to go straight down. Okay. And where's our next level of real, major consolidation that we had? Well, it's around here, that's 12K. We did have one up here, so maybe this might help us a little bit, in between here. Okay, this would probably be a major area of support for us, considering it was a previous level of all-time high consolidation. So between 20,000 and about 14, that would probably be my target if we broke down from here. I think that it would be very significant, and it would probably be very violent and very quick because we went up so violently and so quickly. What goes up really quick will also come down very quickly. Let's move down to a daily chart and take a look at Ichimoku now. So before we do Ichimoku, let's just kind of break down this top that we have, right? So you can see the range that we're in with these areas of consolidation that I've got in the boxes. And then I drew a midline here as well, which is almost 35,000. Well, if we look at the volume, we can see that first we had our initial drop and there was major volume here. This pop had extremely low volume. And for a week or two, I was making note of this on Twitter. I was like, guys, watch out. There is no volume on this pop. Everyone was, immediately bullish again. We got this one green candle. Immediately, everybody was bullish. But this was all derivatives trades and futures trades. There was no really good spot market action going on in here, right? And that was really bad. That was the reason for the low volume. So what ended up happening? Well, big sellers, obviously we had FUD, the Elon tweet, and whatever was going on 4chan and all this other FUD and very speculative stuff. And the price just ended up completely collapsing. So we hung on here for a couple days at the bottom range of our trend line here. And then once this broke down, that was pretty much all she wrote. And once we got down to about, I guess 40K, that ended up triggering a very substantial long squeeze. And this wiped out about $8 billion from the market in total in just a matter of a week. But at the end of the day, I'm not, 100% on if we can still call it a bull market until we start reclaiming some of these levels. Where are some of these levels? Well, first, before I get into the price action, let's take a look at our Ichimoku Cloud and see what that really tells us, right? One of the dangerous things here for the bear scenario on this, we have successfully peaked down into oversold territory on the RSI on a high time frame. We have fallen below not only through the 50 and the 100 EMA very violently on one huge green candle, but we also blew right down through the 200 EMA. And we've tested it twice now to the upside as resistance and have failed to break through that. That, in my opinion, is significantly bearish. Now, we have to look at this from both scenarios because our job as a trader is to change our bias based on the market's present behavior, what's happening right now, not what happened yesterday, not what may happen tomorrow. Right now, right just now. That's our job. That's how we make money, right? Well, right just now, I'm telling, and my opinion on this is, it is that looks extremely bearish, but the bearish volume is starting to die off slowly with these couple green candles and these long wicks to the downside we have. That means that there's buyers down here. So that's a good thing. That's the first thing is the volume, the bearish volume is decreasing and buyers are willing to be buying at higher prices on these bottoms. The second thing that I'm looking at is our MACD indicator. It has crossed bullishly and we are getting bullish momentum here. However, it is in bearish territory. So it's kind of a wash on that one. It's good for right now, but who knows, this could be just a pop and before we see a continuation. And we could have like a very serious wave down here where we reject from 42 and immediately go down to something like $26,000. But again, no one has a crystal ball. We just kind of have to, react to this as it's happening. But that's kind of my opinion here on the Ichimoku Cloud is we really need to be claiming this 200 exponential moving average. And the fact that our cloud did flip red over here to the right isn't necessarily a good thing. So that's definitely something I'm keeping my eye on these higher time frames. We have to see something like this for the bullish scenario to be playing out. We absolutely have to see something like this. We're breaking above this, and we have to flip 42 into major support. We have to flip that back into major support. And obviously, before we can do that, we have to break 40, which so far on these smaller time frames, which I'll show you in just a second here, has been acting as very strong resistance. What do I have drawn here? I've got an inverse head and shoulders. Whether this is to play out to the top side yet, we do not know. Again, this is, it's all speculation for right now. I would like to see more bullish volume coming into the market and not a bearish cross getting confirmed on a pretty significant green candle here. But, we do have some positive things here. Okay, we're making higher lows here. This is good. Breaking through 40K would obviously be better. And then this right here, this would be, I guess, considered the neckline of this inverse head and shoulders pattern. So if this was to play out, I would be expecting something like this. We take our trend-based fib extension. Okay. Okay, those are our levels. I would be expecting a 1-to-1 on this. That brings us up to be testing 45. If this ends up playing out, that would be definitely the bullish scenario where we would be blowing through all of that, retesting 45K, and then coming back to retest 42. And then at that point, that's when this level would absolutely have to hold, this level up here, this top red box that's currently acting as resistance. That's what would end up having to happen there. Now we could come short of that and we could just tap this golden pocket, which is right at 42 and reject. But I would definitely be looking to 40K, obviously, from there to be holding. So lots of psychological numbers right now are lining up with these levels of mathematically calculated numbers through our Fibonacci indicators. It's a very interesting moment for Bitcoin, considering how close with psychological levels you know, these fibs are lining up with. Our 382 is almost 40K. 0.5 is 40K, 618 is basically 42, 1-to-1 is 45. So those are very important numbers to be keeping an eye on, and they're easy to have in your head because they're, you know, super psychological based numbers. I've basically just been using the majority of what I have, staying out of alts, avoiding the altcoin volatility, and just taking advantage of small time frame, medium to low leverage scalping opportunities on these big swings. Okay, so that's pretty much where I stand right now. Currently, I am in a long position. And yes, I was longing a reclaim and a retest of this $37,600 level. I don't want to see 3,700 or 3,700, 37,000. It's not 2016 anymore. I do want to see 37,000 holding. Okay, that is a very important level. I think that if we can get our MACD back up into bullish territory, then maybe we could see some continuation here, see a test of 40K, possibly break through that and continue upwards to 42. So for right now, low time frame, basically, you know, we've got Bitcoin just at a standstill. RSI has been really choppy, really in the middle, coincides with price action, very choppy, just kind of floating around here. And this is going to be good for when we break out of this. Okay, so this little range that we have going on here, okay, I'll just denote this. Okay, so we had a throw over here to the bottom, had a throw over here to the top. We've been respecting these range lines in here as support and resistance. And our midline would probably be, you know, right around here. Okay, so these are the levels that the price action has been respecting. Okay, and we can see this here. How did I do this so quickly? I've got an eye for it. I've been trading a very long time now. I do have a video. I'll link it up in the top right corner for you that you guys can look on how to be drawing your support and resistance lines and stuff like that. Okay, so make sure that you guys go check that out, and make sure that you guys smash that like and subscribe button down there for all of my other videos. Let's go ahead and refresh the highblockcapital.com liquidation chart here on Binance. I'll take a look at this real quickly with you guys just so that we can get an understanding of what's happening right now. So we do have longs and shorts stacked on both sides of us. This is on tier 3. So I do want to see a push up to be liquidating shorts. If we push up to 38.5, this is kind of the same situation that we had yesterday. Pushing up to 38.5, you know, would basically cause us to shoot up to a little bit over 39,000 or potentially test 40K up here if we start getting some volume coming into the market to liquidate these. Now, if we started falling below you know, this 37,000 mark. Okay, this is why I have my stop here. There's a little bit of area of, you know, safeness down here where there's no liquidations because it's too close to the price action. And then after 37,000, there's just a huge block all the way down to 35. That is why I'm thinking that 35K could potentially be in the cards if bulls fail to, you know, get some momentum and get some volume into the market here with, you know, before the end of the day here. The cumulative liquidation levels have been very, very low for the most part today. That tells me that, as you can see here, the price action has just been, for the most part, very flat, very choppy, staying inside a very close range. All right, guys. So that is about it for today. I hope that you guys enjoyed the analysis, and maybe, you know, it helps you guys see some things that you didn't previously see. I'm going to have another general tutorial coming out next week. If you guys have any suggestions, let me know down in the comments below. I already did a video on the KMAC indicator there. I already did a video on Ichimoku Cloud. I'll link all these videos in the top right hand corner for you so that you guys can go check that out. I noticed like something like 50 or 60% of the people that watch my videos are not subscribed. Make sure that you're not missing out on these videos, guys. Help me out with that YouTube algorithm. Make sure that you're liked and subscribed down below, and I will see you guys next week. And until then, happy trading.